Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Compass of Curiosities. Hope you guys are all being kind to each other out there with the holiday seasons coming up and everything, and working with each other and being nice. So, with that being said, I'm really excited about tonight's show. We have two great people on tonight. And you know what? If you're listening, feel free to play along. There, you may know some things. You may learn some things. But tonight we are doing, we'll let a few people hear. Hey, Icy, thank you for coming. Appreciate it. But tonight I have a formidable opponents here. Hi, Aaron. How are you doing? Facing off against each other in some general and a little more in-depth horror movie trivia. And that is spelled with an H, not a W. But hi, Taylor. Kim, Morgan, how we doing? Like they're flooding in now. How we doing, Ian? Cool, fantastic. My producer just let me know I was live on my page. It's great. But anyways, so tonight I have the great Kris Smith, who you may know him from the Hulu documentary about McCamey Manor. Big horror enthusiast. I know he's a haunt actor as well. Great people. And then we have Nate Elwell, who is a self-professed horror addict and loves horror. And he told me right before we went on air that 85% of his movie collection is nothing but horror. So we will definitely see how this is going to stack up. So, like I said, there's no prizes here. Maybe I'll send him a little bracelet or something. I mean, who knows? T-shirt maybe when I get him in. And that is another thing. I am getting t-shirts made. I'm in the process of talking to somebody right now. This is going to happen. Hell or high water. It's going to happen. But points really don't matter. This is all about bragging rights. Throw the gauntlet on the line. This is going to be a mixture of multiple choice and just straight answers, as well as some general knowledge, as well as some more in-depth questions. So we're going to start off with a couple easy questions and everything. And then we'll kind of get more and more into a couple different things. So without further ado, I am going to bring on my guest. We have Kris and we have Nate. How are we doing, gentlemen?
What's going on?
So you guys study up?
I did not.
Nate's just out here going into it blind.
Well, like
you know what?
I thought that this was horror trivia, not horror, and so now I'm just screwed.
Well, now we're in Las Vegas. So, I mean, where it is technically legal, but no, never mind. That's a story for another time. But so how we're going to do this, guys, is I'm going to keep score for you. You guys are going to write down your answers on the pads of paper you guys have, because I don't want anyone cheating and Kris saying something and you changing your answers, Nate, and vice versa.
Makes sense.
So that's what I wanted, how to do this. Quick shout outs. We got Josh Adia in the room. We got Wojo from Banner with Richie B over there. Rachel, Carrie, thank you guys so much for coming. And like I said, guys, if you guys want to play along, toss the answer into the chat room. And, you can keep score yourself for yourself if how many you know. So let's get this started here real quick. All right. So you guys ready for the first question?
Let's do it.
All right. All right, guys. All right. Well, just tell me when to stop here.
Stop.
All right. So, first question for the night. Which songwriter wrote the song The Blob for the 1958 classic horror film of the same name?
Yes.
Yes. He said yes. All right.
Sorry about that.
He was saying yes.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, he was.
You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I hate that movie. So.
All right, we got some answers down.
We got something.
I've got nothing for that one. I've got nothing for that one at all.
All right, Kris, what do you got?
I put no clue.
No clue. All right, fantastic. Answer was Burt Bacharach.
Oh, good old Bert.
Burt Bacharach. I never would have guessed that.
Right? This is an easy one for you. The first one started out hard. The easy one for you. What horror film is set in the fictitious town of Amity Island?
Betty Island?
Amity.
Amity. Oh, yeah. Okay.
This is complete
All
guess.
right. And answers. What do you got?
Let me,
Amityville Horror
I got
Series.
Amityville Horror
That's
Series.
what I put on mine. Let me shut off my filter.
Unfortunately, you are both incorrect. Amity Island was the fictitious place for the movie Jaws.
Oh. How about that?
Amity. Yes. Okay.
I know you hear
I see how
Amity
this
and
is
you
gonna go.
automatically go to Amityville Horror.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. I see how this is gonna go now. Okay.
Hi, Stacy. Thanks for coming. All right. And what type of building does The Shining take place? This should be an easy one.
Do you,
All right,
do you
what
need
do you
the
guys
actual
got?
name?
Hotel?
Yeah, I mean, I put
Hotel.
hotel.
Fantastic. All right. Oh, that's the same question. That's the same question. Oh, this one should be interesting. In The Shining, what is the room number that Jack Torrance encounters a young lady having a bath in? If you're a Stephen King fan, if you're anything, you should know this room number. I don't know when Nate's done because he's freezing up a little bit over there. So I don't know if he's like frozen or if he's still like. All right, what do you guys got? Kris, you are correct.
All right.
I never paid attention to that, to be honest.
The actual room number is 217, but they wanted to not have a room associated with the
13.
hotel, so they changed it. Yep.
Because if you notice in any hotel, there's never a room 13 or a floor 13.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Superstitions.
Yeah. So I have a feeling as of right now, this is not going to go in my favor, but damn it, I'm going to keep trying.
Hey, you know what? That's the best thing you can do.
I thought these were going to start off easy.
Right?
I'm just going through the stack I got here.
I never thought I was going to start off with like detailed room numbers. Like,
all right, so I'll give you this one. What was the name of Nev Campbell's character in the horror series Scream?
I know it, but I'm drawing a blank.
All right, what do you got, Kris?
Sidney Prescott.
Sidney Prescott is correct.
Yeah, so you know what? Now I understand what people say when they're like, when you're on the spot with this kind of stuff and it's not just flowing out of your mouth, it's a little bit more difficult to think of the answers.
It is. It's that knee-jerk reaction. You got to think of it and spat it out real quick.
I knew it started with an S, but I was sitting there, I was like, Sylvia, that doesn't sound right. That's not right.
All right. Which famous? We're going to throw it back to original horror now. Which famous actor has been in both Dracula and Wolfman?
I don't know if I spelt it right, but it's close enough.
You good, Nate?
Yeah, I've got two different thoughts here, so I went with a 50-50 shot.
All right. What do you guys' answers?
I got Lon Chaney.
I did Bela Lugosi.
It is Bela Lugosi.
Okay, that was my other choice, so I went with the wrong freaking one.
Don't let it get you down this early yet.
Oh,
Here's an easy one for you guys. The movie Halloween takes place in which fictional town? I think Nate's frozen again.
I'm back.
Okay. And answers, gentlemen.
Haddonfield, Illinois.
Haddonfield. Got it. Good start. Good start. All right. Which horror film has the tagline, "They're here"? All right, what we got?
I got Poltergeist.
Both of you are correct. Yep. All right. See, like I said, there's a good mixture of good and hard questions. And I feel terrible for saying this. I've actually never seen this movie, and I feel terrible. In The Haunting in Connecticut, what was previously on the grounds of the house that the Campbell family rents? You know, and I kind of fucked this one up. Oh, sorry. And you know what? I will say this as a preface. I did kind of fuck this one up because these are all multiple choice questions and I haven't been giving you the multiple choice answers. I just got so wrapped up in it. That's on me. That's my fault. So in The Haunting in Connecticut, what was previously on the grounds of the house that the Campbell family rents? Is it A, cemetery, B, a coal mine, C, a mortuary, or D, an asylum? All right, what do we got, gentlemen?
I got C.
C and C, correct. Mortuary is correct. All right. Oh, this is a fun one. I don't know if you've paid attention. We'll see about that. In the 2004 film Shaun of the Dead, which of these vinyl records is not thrown at a zombie's head by Shaun and Ed? A, Prince, Batman. B, New Order, Blue Monday. C, Sade, Diamond Life. Or D, Coldplay, Parachutes.
I'll be honest with you, I've never seen the movie, so I'm just going to take a guess.
Okay, I don't feel bad for not seeing Haunting in Connecticut then, because this is actually a cult classic.
I've seen it. I remember the scene. I don't remember the thing. So complete guess.
All right, B and A. Unfortunately, it was Coldplay, Parachutes.
I just really thought that would have been the one because that album is absolutely horrid.
Yeah, true. Morgan got it right.
Lucky guess.
All right, this is going to be an easy one for you guys, and I'm literally going to go off air if you don't get this right. I don't even need to give you multiple choice for this one. In 2017, which actor played Pennywise in the remake horror film It?
Sure, I butchered that last name, but
all right, go ahead.
Bill Skarsgård.
If you'd have just gave me good old Billy Boy, that would have been perfectly acceptable.
Once again, one of those things, I've never actually watched the movie yet. I haven't seen it, but I knew who it was.
Oh, I forgot to play my sponsors. I'll get to those later on. I'm all sorts of discombobulated. The holidays and all that fun stuff. It's insane. Little throwback for you guys here. Not like 50s throwback, but our generational throwback. In the 1984 movie Gremlins, which of the following is not one of the 3 rules for the creature? A, no water. B, no sudden noises, C, no food after midnight, or D, no bright light? You got someone playing along over there with you?
I don't. My brother just heard the question and he laughed.
Well, it was a pretty easy one.
It was a pretty easy question. It was like, wait, Nate, you just have Phantom Voices over there?
He said, my bad, I thought it was on the TV.
No, you guys are good. You guys are good. All right, let's see here. This will be a fun one to make you think. In which critically acclaimed thriller do none of the leading actors ever actually speak to one another? A, The Exorcist, B, The Shining, C, Rosemary's Baby, or D, Silence of the Lambs?
Can you repeat the question?
Sure can for you. In which critically acclaimed thriller do none of the leading actors ever actually speak to one another?
Oh, man.
Like I said, some are going to be general knowledge. So the answers are, again, A, The Exorcist, B, The Shining, C, Rosemary's Baby, or D, Silence of the Lambs.
I mean, process of elimination. I got mine.
Yep.
You got them? All right. What do you guys got?
I went with C.
C and C is Rosemary's Baby. You are both incorrect.
Is it Silence of the Lambs?
It is Silence of the Lambs. Buffalo Bill and Hannibal Lecter never talk to each other. Like I said, there's going to be some good ones in here that are going to make you think.
That was good. That was good.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So here's another one, a little throwback for you. What movie ends on the famous last line, "She wouldn't even harm a fly"? A, Rosemary's Baby, B, Scream, C, Psycho, or D, The Birds?
I don't know this one.
You guys good? All right, what do you got? C and A. Kris, you are correct with Psycho.
You're murdering me, dude.
It's 10-6 right now, so you're good. Quick shout out, real quick. Everybody came in. Christina, Carrie, Damien's in the room. Melanie, thank you guys so much for coming. Yeah, play along in the room, answer in the chat room. We're gonna have a fun old time tonight. So far, I've been putting these guys' minds to the test. They're gonna go to bed exhausted tonight. All right, so since Nate, you're up in the Maine, New Hampshire area, I'm over in New England. Kris, I'm not sure where you are, but this is a staple in this area. Which of the following films is not based on a Stephen King story? A, Rosemary's Baby, B, The Mist, C, The Shining, or D, Misery?
Good.
What do we got? A and A. Correct. Good job. All right. Excuse me. Which horror film was not directed by Wes Craven? A, Scream, B, Friday the 13th, C, Last House on the Left, D, A Nightmare on Elm Street? And answers are locked. And what do we got? B and B. Both of you are correct. All right. I'm not sure who everybody in the chat room is referring to as Boston.
That's Christina Kuzi is Boston.
Okay, well, I'm literally 30 minutes outside Boston myself.
Oh, nice.
Oh, Wes Coleman's in the room now. All right. Okay, this will be fun because it's kind of a trick question. But if you know your horror, You'll know this. Which horror series has been alleged to be cursed with rumors surrounding the deaths of 2 young cast members and other mysterious events? A. Scream. B. Poltergeist. C. Insidious. Or D. I Know What You Did Last Summer. Nate was quick on the draw on that one. What we got? B and B. Poltergeist is correct. Good job, guys, so far. You guys have been doing an awesome job. All right. Not going to. Did anybody want a 1933 movie?
Sure.
Just for the hell of it, throw it out there.
Why not?
Let's go with
All
it.
right.
I actually, in my collection, I actually have the 1922 silent German film Nosferatu. So
Good film. Who starred as the woman King Kong falls in love with in the original 1933 movie? Is it B. Fay Wray? B. Carol Lombard? C. Vivian Lee? Or D. Jean Harlow?
I don't even really think I would categorize King Kong as a horror movie.
Back in 1933, that was considered a horror movie.
Yeah, I could see it, but
I mean, you got a giant ape overtaking New York. I mean, that's kind of a horror scene.
I mean, I would kind of like to see that now, just saying.
Yeah, true. I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's what the drones are dropping. All right, so we got A with Fay Wray and C with Vivian Lee. Kris, you are correct. It was a guess. I mean, 1933.
So I got a friend that's obsessed with that movie.
Oh, really?
Oh, that helps.
And talks about it all the time. So I knew it before the multiple choice.
That helps. I don't think I've seen that movie in like 10 years.
I always know when Kris is locked in because immediately when I ask the question, his head drops. Like he's trying to hide. All right. So, which movie star had an unfortunate end in the original Friday the 13th? Is it A. Johnny Depp, B. Denzel Washington, C. Kevin Bacon, or D. Fred Willard? All right, you guys both in?
Yep.
All right, what do you got? C and C. You are both correct. Because if no one out there knows, Johnny Depp actually got his start on Nightmare on Elm Street. Correct, you are, sir.
He was the dude that was sucked into the waterbed.
Correct. Mm-hmm. All right. Oh, this will be a fun one. See if the chat room will get this one. All right. Which of the following is not a way that a character has died in the Final Destination franchise? Not just one movie, the franchise. A, hit by a garbage truck. B, incinerated in a tanning bed. C, a shark attack. Or D, thrown off a roller coaster.
I'm stuck between two answers, and for the record, I still have nightmares from the logging truck scene. So
I think we all do. We all do. You see a logging truck, you change lanes.
You do. You absolutely do.
All right, gentlemen, what do we got? C and C, you are both correct.
Right.
Was
your other one the garbage truck?
It was.
Yeah, that's where I was going back and forth too.
Because I remember the scene very specifically outside the cafe when the guy got pissed off and walked off and got hit by the bus.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And that would be very easily interpreted as a garbage truck and not a bus. So you think but yeah, unfortunately, somebody was hit and killed by a garbage truck.
That is a really crappy way to go.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be worse ways.
True. Fried in the tanning bed.
Exactly. Christina asked for a score update. So we are sitting currently at Kris with 14. And we are sitting at Nate with 10. On the harder questions, I'm going to start upping them, doing like 2 points a question or something like that. So we'll see how that goes. In what state does the Amityville Horror take place? I shouldn't even have to give you guys multiple choice on this one. All right. So what do you got? New York and New York. You guys are both correct. If you got that wrong, we might as well just turn this off right now. All right. So we're gonna go with 2 points on this one. In the original Halloween, because now I have to specify between the original and the remake. What scary movie is Lindsay Wallace watching on TV?
Ooh.
Is it A, Night of the Living Dead, B, Psycho, C, The Thing, or D, The Blob? And the other reason I read this question is, Nate, because you said you hate The Blob.
I do. And I know that movie very well, and for some reason I'm drawing a blank. That's my favorite movie of all time, and I'm drawing a blank on this. That's annoying.
All right, let's see here. We got Christina in the chat room saying A, Night of the Living Dead. We got Carrie saying Psycho. We got Damien saying The Blob. We got Taylor saying The Thing. Let's see what you guys have to say.
I wrote
Kris, you are correct. It is The Thing.
John Carpenter. It's a classic too. I should have known that.
All right, let's see here. What do we got here? All right, so we'll go. We'll do another 2-pointer on this one. In the 1974 film Black Christmas, how did the stalker communicate with his victims? A, phone calls, B, letters, C, Facebook Messenger, or D, strange items found in the house? And I'm not kidding. That is actually one of the answers
No,
is Facebook Messenger.
Here's the thing. I'm going to take a shot in the dark here. I've never actually seen the movie. It's on my list to watch tomorrow. I should have watched it today.
I don't remember what letter this one was, so I just wrote it down.
All right, what do we got here? Phone calls and, yep, Kris, you were correct. Phone calls.
All right.
I don't think I like this game anymore.
All right, so how about this? I'll give Nate a chance to come back here.
It's all
a little bit. So we got a score right now of 18-10. Kris or Nate, this is to you alone. Everybody in the chat room, Kris, you can play along if you want to, but I'm going to give you a fighting chance here. I'm going to give you a 5-pointer on this one because this is actually one that I got wrong myself.
Okay, so this one's got to be really obscure.
So it's not obscure. It's just knowledge based. What is Count Dracula's first name? Is it A, Gustav, B, Victor, C, Boris, or D, name is unknown?
Ooh. Oh, wow. Okay. Vincent wouldn't be right, I don't think. All right, shot in the dark completely.
What do you got? A? Unfortunately, Gustav is incorrect. The name is actually never known. It's always been referred to as Drac or Count.
Interesting.
All right. So, all right, Kris, I'll give you one for yourself here. This is another throwback. This one should be a little bit easier, so I'm going to give you a 3-pointer on this one. The quote, "I'm working on something that'll change the world and human life as we know it," is said in which horror film? A, Frankenstein, B, The Terminator, C, The Fly, or D, Bride of Frankenstein?
This is a guess, but this was in my head before you read the multiple choice, and I went with C, The Fly.
As
Jeff
did I.
Goldblum is very happy. All right. That's actually one of my favorite movies is The Fly.
It's actually such a strange movie, but it's so good.
It pulls you in every time. Okay, so this will be a 5-pointer for the both of you, all right? Because this is a very obscure question. Psycho was the first film to show what on screen? A, cross-dressing. B, a woman in the shower. C, blood. And D, a toilet. You guys locked in?
Mm-hmm.
All right, what do we got? Oh, Kris, you are incorrect. It is a toilet. It is obscure as it is a toilet.
The only reason I knew that was because I actually watched something on that the other day where they said that it was the first time a toilet had ever been seen on film.
That's wild.
And you'd think that's weird because Psycho came out back in what, 1950s, 60s?
Yeah.
It was back in that era. Couldn't tell you the exact date.
First time that they ever on film put a toilet on film. Like I said, obscure. All right, let's see here. Let's actually asked that question earlier. All right. Everyone remembers Jamie Lee Curtis, her iconic role as Laurie Strode in the Halloween franchise. Who was her famous mother? A, Grace Kelly. B, Janet Leigh. C, Audrey Hepburn. Or D, Eva Marie Saint.
I don't think I paid that much attention to the mother.
It wasn't the mother in the movie. She was actually Jamie Lee Curtis's mother is actually famous in her own respect.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I have no idea who her
They weren't talking
is.
about her mother in the movie. They were talking about her actual mother.
Yeah, I have no idea who her mother is, so I'm just going to throw out a guess.
All right, what do you got? B and B.
Janet
you guys
Leigh.
are both correct. Nice guess there.
They just look similar.
They do.
Who was in Psycho?
Yes.
Actually.
Yes. All right. Okay. We'll give you another 3-pointer here. In 1973's The Exorcist, it was the highest grossing R-rated horror film of all time until it was overtaken by which film? A, Evil Dead 2 in 1987. B, Scream 2 in 1997. C, Paranormal Activity in 2007. Or D, It from 2017.
Ooh.
All right, Kris, you look unsure over there.
I am. I'm very unsure.
All right, what do we got? You got C and you got D. Nate, you are correct. It is It. All right, we're getting close here, gentlemen. You got Kris at 22, and we got Nate at 19.
Closing that gap.
Not
Closing
bad.
that gap. All right, so I am not, and I will admit this, I am not a huge Friday the 13th fan. I'm just not. Didn't really get into it. Hey, Lawrence, how we doing, bud? So this is going to be a 5-pointer for the both of you because it's actually a 2-point question or a 2-part question. Corey Feldman appeared in which 2 Friday the 13th films? Now take this moment to let it sink in. A New Beginning and Jason Lives. B, Jason Goes to Hell, The Final Friday, and Jason X. C, Jason Takes Manhattan and Freddy vs. Jason. Or D, The Final Chapter and A New Beginning.
Ooh. second guessing myself on this one, but
all right, what do we got here? You guys are both correct. It is D, the final chapter in A New Beginning. All right, let's see here. That was a really good one, actually. All right, just in memory of this one, this is an easy one. I'm sure all of you guys out there will get it. Which horror villain can be summoned by saying his name 5 times in the mirror? A, Pennywise, B, Freddy Krueger, C, Pinhead, or D, Candyman? And what do we got, guys? You guys are both correct. R.I.P. Tony Todd.
5 times?
Yes.
I thought it was 3.
Yeah, so did I.
Maybe we're confusing it with the Legend of Bloody Mary.
Right.
Yeah, 3 is Bloody Mary. Actually, that leads me to a question off the cards here. I'll give you 2 different questions here. And you know what? I'll give you 2 points apiece for each question I ask you. And this will actually give me a little intro on how well you guys actually pay attention to things. And I'll give you a little bit of time to think about it because I got to find the question to make sure I word it correctly. But in the movies Jeepers Creepers, how many years does he come back to feed? Let's see here. I'm looking to make sure I have it correct. I know it, but I just want to make sure I'm completely correct. All right. All right.
I second guess myself, so.
Yeah.
All right. What do we got, guys? 29 and 23. Nate, you are correct.
I was stuck between 23 and 27.
Okay. Pennywise returns to Derry every how many years?
Oh, I know this one too, and I know I just don't think that I got it. I've heard this before.
All right. What do we got here? 50 and 20. Unfortunately, you both are incorrect. It is 27 years.
Because that was the exact length of time between the 2 movies, wasn't it?
Correct.
The TV show and
from
then
the original 1990 to when it came out. Yep.
So all I had to do was use my second guess answer from the first question.
Correct. That's why I brought it up. All right. So this one's going to be a 2-pointer because it's kind of easy if you've seen the movies, but it is also kind of difficult if you haven't. Let me see here. Which actor appears in all of these horror movies? The Purge, Sinister, and The Black Phone. Looking for the name of the actor. All right, what do we got, gentlemen? Ethan Hawke and Ethan Hawke. Correct, you guys are both. All right. I'm just writing down points at this point. All right, let's see here. I'm trying to think of a good one. What is used to suppress the evil leprechaun's power in the movie The Leprechaun?
Oh, God, I love that movie, too. Jennifer Aniston's first starring role.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a weird out-of-the-box answer, but it's the main thing I can remember from the movie, so.
All right, what do you got here? Yeah, 4-leaf clover and shoes. Kris, you are correct.
I should have known 4-leaf clover, but I also remember that he can't pass by shoes without shining them.
Correct.
Right?
You are right. Just a kind of quirky thing in that movie. Like it.
Yeah.
It's very funny. All right. So this is going to be a 3-pointer because you have to really pay attention to the movies, I guess. I've actually personally never seen me, and put me up on, a stake and burn me now if you want to. Excuse me. In Insidious Chapter 2, it's discovered that same thing with me. It's discovered that both Josh and his son Dalton have the same ability to do what?
I'm trying to a specific word for it.
Yeah, I've never seen them. This is a complete shot in the dark.
I never watched the Insidious movies either, actually.
I don't think I used the right term.
Okay.
I went with lucid dream because they can walk in the dream world, basically, in the afterlife. Their soul leaves them when they sleep.
All right, so everybody in the chat room, give me a Nate. Unfortunately, you are wrong. The correct answer is actually astral project.
Astral project, yeah.
So everybody in the chat room, kind of chime in here. Do you think astral project is the same thing as lucid dreaming?
I think it is.
Okay, Christina just said that's the same as astral projection. So I will give it to you. All right, so let's find a new one. What do you guys want? An easy or a hard one?
Just keep going with whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
All right, well, just throw some things out there. Which city were Alex and his classmates flying to when he had a disturbing premonition on the plane in Final Destination? Which city?
I don't remember the exact city, but
all right, what we got? Patty and DC.
Paris, yeah.
Kris, you are correct with Paris.
I don't know why the spelling did not look right up for me.
What year was the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre released? Pencils to pads very quickly there. What do we got, guys?
Pretty sure
3, 4. Nate, you are correct. Kris, you were off by 1 year. All right, 1974 was the answer for anybody playing the home edition. Let's see here. In what city does the movie Rosemary's Baby take place?
What kind of a question is that?
Geographically based of a film?
Yeah.
And yes, I am drinking hot cocoa.
This is shot in the dark.
Yeah, same.
Excuse me. Kris, you are correct with New York.
Just knew the big city. I was thinking Chicago was what I kept going back and forth between.
Okay, so I said this question earlier, and if everybody in the chat room was paying attention, this should be a very easy one for the both of you. There are 2 serial killers at the center of the Silence of the Lambs film. What are their names? All right, we locked in. What do we got here?
Got Buffalo Bill and Hannibal Lecter.
Correct, you guys are both. All right, let me find a hard one here. That way we can we'll do a final Jeopardy here. as well. 2-pointer here. In The Ring, how long do people have to live after watching the videotape? All right, what do we got? 7 days. 7 days, correct. 1 week. You have 1 week. All right. Which horror film stars Jennifer Love Hewitt, Freddie Perez Jr., Sarah Michelle Gellar, and Ryan Phillippe? Carrie's on top of it in this chat room tonight.
It's a shot in the dark. I don't like Jennifer Love Hewitt, so.
All right, what do we got here, guys? I know what you did. I know what you did. Correct, you are both. Good job, everybody in the chat room. You guys are doing pretty well in there. In Halloween, Michael Myers, as a child, kills his teenage sister. What was her name? All right, what do we got here? Oh, you got nothing, Nate?
I got nothing.
All right, what do you got?
Judith
is correct. All right.
That depresses me because that's my favorite movie, and I could not remember that.
Oh. This one's going to be worth 2 points here. Which horror movie isn't based on a book? Frankenstein, Bird Box, Interview with a Vampire, or A Quiet Place? All right, what do we got here?
A Quiet Place.
Quiet Place and Bird Box. Kris, you are correct with The Quiet Place. Nate, you look so defeated over there.
No, not defeated. Just there was 2 movies on that list I've never seen.
Okay.
So I've never seen Bird Box. I've never seen In a Quiet Place. I knew the other 2 were for a fact. That was like a 50-50 shot. Never defeated until it's over.
Very true. All right. Fair enough. All right. Let me see here. We're coming down. Okay. Another throwback, an easy throw to you guys.
You realize every time you say easy, I get it wrong, right?
We talked about this earlier. So, who directed a 2007 remake of Halloween?
That one actually is easy.
See, I'm not lying to you.
And I can't stand that movie.
They're very, very.
All right,
Kris
I'm going to
just
give this
kicked
to you.
himself.
I wrote down the wrong one. I wrote down. I didn't listen to the dates.
Oh God!
I can't stand the one that you're talking about. So I know it, but I was locked in with David Gordon Green.
Got? Okay.
Because I was thinking of 2018, but yes, Rob Zombie.
Yes, Rob Zombie.
I hate that one too.
Oh, it's horrible.
I forgot.
I was not a big fan of the actual which one? The Witches of Salem that he did.
No, not at all.
Not a fan of that one. Let's see here. What was the name of the puppet in the franchise series Saw? All right, what do we got here? Kris, you are correct. Nate, I asked for the name of the puppet. Jigsaw is the killer. Billy is the puppet.
I did not know that.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so there we go. I learned something new today.
That's always a fun one to trip people up because they think they're
Mhm.
so like, yeah, it's Jigsaw. Nope. Because it's fun because Jigsaw has actually never killed anybody in the Saw franchise.
Mm-mm.
That's interesting. No, I actually didn't know that.
All right, another 2-pointer here. What is Norman Bates's hobby in the movie Psycho? Got nothing, Nate? All right, Chris, what do you got?
Taxidermy.
Taxidermy is correct.
It's been like 15 years since I've seen that movie.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I'll give you that one. All right. Oh, this is a fun one and an easy one if you know it. What is Michael Myers' mask based off of? And anybody out there listening in the chat room playing the at-home game, I don't know how many points you got, but you're probably winning. All right, gentlemen, what do we got here?
Yeah, William Shatner.
Good old Captain Kirk, William Shatner. Correct it is. All right. Nate, you're only 10 points behind.
Hey, you know what? At least I made it on the board.
True. And you've actually been doing quite well. All right, here we'll just start 2-pointers right now at this point. We got 10 minutes, 9 minutes left in the show. Actually, you know what? No, I'm gonna make this a let me see here. I'm gonna make this a 2-pointer. First point is going to be a five point question, but there are 2 answers and 2 separate questions. Which demon possesses Regan, however I've heard it pronounced both ways, in The Exorcist? I'm probably going to butcher the hell out of this, but
I got you.
All right, so you froze
right.
up on me. I heard the first part.
Okay. The first part of what it wasn't a multiple choice.
Oh, yeah. Well, then I've got nothing. I don't remember the demon's name.
Chris, what do you got?
Pazuzu.
All right. Pazuzu is correct. What is the name of the stairs in The Exorcist?
There's a name for the stairs?
Yes, there is. It's actually named after the town it's in, I believe.
Well, just go ahead and give him that one.
Oh no, I don't have that one.
Let's see if anybody in the chat room. What is the name of the stairs in The Exorcist called? Or I would take town.
I legitimately
I'm pretty
didn't
sure
know that they had a name.
Neither did I. To just be called long effing
the spooky
stairs.
Right?
The stairs are actually called Georgetown because it actually is filmed. It takes place in Georgetown, Maryland.
Okay.
So
Interesting. Okay.
Icy had it right. All right. Let's see here. Okay, so if you know Stephen King, you know horror movies, I'm going to give this, and I'm going to make this a 10-point question just to kind of see if we can get this going here. What is the name of the psychic cook in the movie The Shining?
His name?
Correct. Specifically looking for a last name.
I remember him because I remember him telling, about The Shining and all that good stuff. But I have no idea what his name was.
No.
All right. What do we got here, guys?
I got nothing.
You got nothing? You got nothing. His name, he was actually a black actor, and his name was actually Holleran.
Oh.
Yeah. Never would have got there.
Yep. Christina got a Dick Holleran. All right. Let's see here. Da-da-da. What allergy? This is another 10-pointer. What allergy does the girl in the movie Hereditary have?
I don't think I've ever seen it.
You didn't miss
Messed up
anything.
movie. Messed up movie. One scene in specific.
Mhm.
Messed up movie.
I've never seen it, so I'm just going to take a shot in the dark.
All right, what do we got here? Nut and nuts. You guys are both correct. You took a stab in the dark there on that one, Nate, and you got it right.
Well, I figured it's one of the most common allergies, so I mean, couldn't go wrong guessing it.
Yeah, well, you know what we didn't have growing up? Allergies.
Fair enough.
Not wrong. When you go into school in elementary
You're
and high
not.
school, who did you know that had a peanut allergy?
No one.
All right, let's see here. What do we got time-wise here? We got 3 minutes left. All right,
About
guys.
3 minutes, yeah.
So we will do this in a Final Jeopardy kind of way. Kris, you are sitting at 10, 20, 30, 40, 55 points. Nate, you were sitting at 10, 20, 30, 40, 45 points. You guys are 5 points apart. So like Final Jeopardy, I'm going to let you guys wager however many points you want. Now, it's not going to be an easy one, but you guys are up to your own will on what you guys do.
Do we get the category?
Not really category. It's just going to be a general question. I'm just going with the name of, or a little more difficult question.
And you got 45 points?
I
got
Nate
55?
has 45, and Kris, you have 55.
So we're 10 apart.
Yeah.
Correct. And everybody in the chat room, too. This is going to be the final question.
Okay.
They are 10 points apart, Christina. Correct. So wager what you will, whether you'll be drinking away your sorrows or taking a victory shower. All right. So for the Final Jeopardy, it is going to be a question based on Nightmare on Elm Street. What is the name of Johnny Depp's character in the film?
Pretty. I don't think that's right, but
you guys both don't look too confident.
No.
I told you it wasn't going to be an easy one. All right, Kris,
Not.
we'll go with you. What did you wager?
I wagered everything because it's
You went
go
in
big or
full
go
on
home.
55.
I definitely got it wrong though.
All right, what was the name you put up?
I put Ted.
Unfortunately, you are incorrect. So that takes you down to 0. Nate,
So
what did you have, sir?
I did 20, and I thought his name was Billy.
You did 20, and you thought his name was Billy. Unfortunately, you are incorrect. So you did 20, so that's what? 40 or 25 as a final?
Yeah.
The actual name is Glenn.
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 That's the worst name ever. I'm sorry anybody named Glenn out there.
That is. I don't think I've ever met a Glenn.
I've known 2 Glens in my entire life, and I'm 40 years old. So, gentlemen, I both want to appreciate you guys both for coming on and playing a great game tonight.
It was a blast.
Nate, you came out of nowhere. Like,
Well, I'll tell you
don't know
what,
what
technically, last question aside, he still won. Like zero questions.
It was a good game.
You guys both did fantastic. But I'll give you guys a moment here to plug your guys' self. Kris, where can they find you?
Yeah.
What do you have coming up? What are you doing?
You can find me on Horror Road Trip YouTube channel. We post weekly lives and member lives. Also, we have Facebook group, McCamey Manor Road Trip, where we expose the infamous McCamey Manor and the owner of it. follow my profile on Facebook. You'll get links to all the different stuff there.
Fantastic. And Nathaniel, how about yourself?
You can find me on TikTok at Static Voices if you like people who go through content and break it down and give you alternate explanations as to what's going on in videos. You can find me on my YouTube at Static Voices. I do paranormal applications tests. You can find me on Facebook at Nate Elwell, and I have 2 different paranormal pages on Facebook. You got the Southeastern Ghost Research Association as well as the Newport Paranormal Society.
Fantastic. And you can find both of them on Facebook. We'll lead to all your social media sites and everything like that. And Christina, yes, if you want to see more of Kris not looking confused and everything, check him out on Hulu on The Monster Inside. Definitely a good flick to watch. Really opened my eyes. So, but gentlemen,
yeah, so
thank
Kris,
you guys so much.
After the cast, Kris, after the cast, make sure to send me a link to your YouTube. I'll go and follow.
All right, sweet, man. Appreciate
All right,
it,
guys. I appreciate you guys so much for coming on and being part of this. Seemed everybody enjoyed it. So I may put this into a rotation every 2 months or so.
Cool.
It could be a fun little thing to do.
Yeah,
exactly. All right, gentlemen. Well, you guys have a good night. We will talk to you guys soon.
All right, bye.
All right, guys. Everybody, thank you so much for coming in and being part of this part of the show, I guess you could say. I'm over here trying to find this. So I didn't get to this before the show started, but I want to thank all my sponsors. We have Warner Paranormal Preservation Society. We actually just celebrated our 3-year anniversary of running the hall up here in Massachusetts. I'm a member of the group. We're doing great things with the restoration and everything of the buildings up here. We have Kimberly Ann Empowerment Photography, great photographer, fantastic person, and she has some incredible shots. So women out there, if you're looking, and I will specifically say this, women, if you are out there looking for a fantastic photo session, definitely reach out to Kimberly Ann Empowerment Photography, based here in the Massachusetts area. Also, a podcast that is on Tuesday nights at 9 o'clock at night, hosted by the moderator himself, Ian Murphy, Get Moderated, with his co-host, Julie Rose. Also, Jeff's Traveling Boards of Wonders. Great museum of Ouija boards, artifacts, things like that. So definitely a cool thing to check out. He's going to be hitting a convention near you, I promise you. Also, September 6th and 7th, Nate and I will both be there for this one. September 6th and 7th, 2025 at the Augusta Civic Center. We have the main Paranormal and Horror Con. I will get an updated website here soon. Tickets just went on sale last Friday, I believe. It's going to be a great event. We have Stacy Johnson, who played the female Pennywise. Yes, and there was a female Pennywise in the 2017 remake because Bill Skarsgård was too tall to fit in the sewer scenes. We also have CJ Graham. We have Bob Elmore. We have John Zaffis coming. We have a bunch of different people. So it tickles a little bit of a tickle to everybody's fancy, whether you like horror, whether you like paranormal, or whether you just want to get out for a day. So definitely check that one out, guys. And if you would like to become a sponsor, please reach out to me via personal message about becoming a sponsor for the show, and you will get your show plugged 4 times a month, and prices are pretty reasonable for it. So, all right, guys, without further ado, I really, really appreciate you, and I appreciate you guys coming out every Monday and checking out the show. So you guys have been absolutely amazing, and I cannot do this without any of you. So please keep up the great work, and please keep coming by. Also, stay tuned at 11:05 Central Standard Time. We have Greg Bakken coming up with his guest, Tom Conwell, talking about UFOs and the drones and everything else. So check that out, and we will see you guys next week.